So, a few weeks ago, I was walking through the market streets in my corner of the world. I had had a pretty good morning. The vibes were right, the sun was out, and I was looking forward to the rest of my day, the rare kind of optimism. My earphones were in, blasting my favorite morning playlist. I was done with my shopping and was making my way across the road. Now, this particular road can get very busy. So we pedestrians tend to stick together, like some kind of unofficial support group, helping each other navigate the chaos that is that highway. That day, a kind-looking gentleman led the charge. He stepped off the curb slowly and confidently, giving the rest of us the assurance to follow. Halfway across, he turned around and, calm as ever, started walking back. Oh, I thought to myself, he didn't even need to cross. He just came to help us. What a sweetheart. That's when things took a weird turn. Out of nowhere, this gentleman stretched out his hands and grabbed me by the shoulders. Ugh! Ew! Can you imagine a stranger just... The considerate human I had just romanticized in my mind instantly turned into a full-blown creep. Who does that? Was he mentally unwell? Was he trying to cast some sort of spell on me? Yeah, I'm African, okay? My mind goes to those places. I had so many questions running in my head during that time. I'm sure it was just a few seconds, but for me, it felt like forever. Luckily, his grip didn't last long. I broke free, and boy, did I run. I didn't look back at all. Once I finished crossing the road, I took a few more steps. Silence. The music had stopped. And just like that, I knew. I didn't have to check. I just knew. My pocket felt lighter. I don't know why it didn't click, but it was at that moment that it dawned on me that, hey, my pocket is lighter than it was before. My phone was gone. I had been robbed in broad daylight in front of a crowd of people. I'd heard of stories like this, but never in a million years did I think I would ever star in one. Turns out the shoulder grab was a ruse, a distraction. And I can only guess that the man I saw, the one who grabbed me, had an accomplice who was right beside me, timing their move perfectly. So while I was startled and distracted, he likely just slipped his hand into my pocket and picked my phone. I was livid, I'm not going to lie. I hate thieves, scammers, people in that whole category, There's just something about someone deciding they're entitled to your hard-earned stuff to the point of forcibly taking it. It boils my blood. My day now ruined. I spent the rest of it fantasizing about revenge, karma, The whole works. Some plots were petty, others straight up supernatural. I'm talking curses, haunted objects, villain origin arcs, even confrontations. Does anyone else do that? Like, think up outrageous scenarios of how you could have responded or acted in unfortunate situations long after they've happened and when you cannot do anything about it anymore. Just me. But if I'm being honest with myself, right? Even if I had the chance in real life, would I have actually been able to go through with one of my burn it all to the ground revenge fantasies? I don't know. I feel like I don't have it in me. But today's protagonist certainly had it in her. Unlike cowardly me, he managed to serve a trickster full dose of his own medicine. And I'll just have to make do with living vicariously through her. In a quiet forest where nothing ever really happens, a spider was walking alone. On this particular walk, he discovered something strange, something he couldn't make sense of. And it looked like an ordinary rock. But somehow it felt like it wasn't. Something about it was different. It was covered in moss, just sitting there, right in the middle of the forest path, unmoving, untouched, undisturbed. And our spider, being Anansi, naturally gets curious. He steps closer, leans in and mutters to himself, "What a strange moss-covered rock." And the moment the words leave his mouth, everything goes blank. He wakes up minutes later, lying flat on the ground, both confused and dazed. But instead of panicking like any regular person would do, a plan begins to form in Anansi's mind. In typical Anansi fashion, he decided to transmute an unfortunate situation into an advantageous one. Over the next few days, Anansi lures the animals, one by one, into the forest. First it was lion, then elephant. Next came giraffe. Each time, he leads them to the rock. And just as they're about to walk past it, he signals to the rock, drawing their attention to it. As expected, the animals will then comment on the rock. "Wow, what a strange moss-covered rock." Bang! They drop. Out cold. Totally unconscious. While they are lying there helpless, Anansi steals everything they own. Yams, bananas, sugarcane. Whatever they've got, he takes it. No one seems to know what's going on. They wake up to no footprints, no sound, no clues at all. Just missing food and confused animals. Everything indicates Anansi will be getting away with his tricks once again. But then someone sees him. He's quiet, small, not the kind of animal most would notice. But little bush deer is watching, and what she sees infuriates her. I would be too, right? So she sets a trap. The next morning, Anansi comes to her with the same fake, friendly grin. Hey, little bush deer, wanna go for a walk? She nods politely to him. They walk and walk and walk until there it is, the moss-covered rock. Anansi points at it. Look at that, he says. But little bush deer doesn't say anything. Go on, say it. Anansi tries gently nudging her. She shrugs, playing dumb. Say what? I don't understand you. So Anansi, perhaps forgetting himself, says the words, maybe hoping deer follow suit. What a strange moss-covered rock. Instantly, he hits the ground. While he's unconscious, little deer rushes to the other animals. Quick, she says to them, take back everything he has stolen from me. And they do, gladly. Everything Anansi had taken, gone in minutes. When he finally wakes up, the rock is still there. For some reason, its power is gone. And Anansi is back to being just a spider. One without a magical rock. So, in your own personal life, have there been instances where you've had to play dumb in order to actually get one over someone? What are your most satisfying petty revenge stories? Let me know in the comment section. Perhaps I can live vicariously through you as well.